I always thought naively, I always assumed that people understood the differences. But I've come to find a lot of people don't. Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Demonologists. I'm a psychic medium, a near-death experiencer, and a demonologist. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between demonology and demonolatry. Now this should be fairly simple. Unfortunately, you'd be surprised how many people don't know the differences. We're going to discuss this today and also kind of how my experiences are with this, because it's frustrating. But before I continue, if you've seen me before or if you're new and you're interested and you want to learn more and you want to see more videos like this, please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of videos I upload every week. So demonolatry is demon worship. Demonology is this study of demons. So they're not the same thing at all whatsoever. Okay, video done. I'm kidding. So, demonology is about studying demons. That's it. I don't know why it's so hard for people to recognize this significant difference versus demon worship. Unfortunately, I kind of see what's going on. It's a lot of just the fact that the younger generation and the paranormal world has really fantasized the idea of, making demons really a sexy idea. And this is a big issue because demonolatry is a very serious issue because it's demon worship, and because of that, a lot of people are now using that term and turning it into demonology. And I'm very against this. I'm very frustrated with this. I face this all the time on social media when people contact me. In fact, when I meet people in person, one of the most common misconceptions is when people come and see me and meet me and they ask, what do you do for a living? I tell them I'm a demonologist, but a lot of the times they confuse that with demon worship. And so they just, oh, you do that. They'll stay away. They don't want anything to do with me, or they're very intrigued. Sometimes they get very positive responses, but it's not very often. Demonology is the study of demons, devils, familiar entities, the occult, paganistic religions, witchcraft, Wicca, metaphysical studies, psychic studies. Demonology is almost really played into one, and a lot of it is primarily, though, focused on demons and devils and hell. And this is one of those studies that I'm very passionate about because I help people for free in what's called paranormal advisory. So if you're new to my channel, if you've never seen me before, I help people through my psychic medium abilities. And for those who feel like they're haunted and they want it to stop and they want to find the root of the situation and what's really going on, I work closely with high vibrational spirits such as Archangel Michael. I work with Archangel Gabriel. I work with Jesus, Yahushua. I work with other of my spirit guides and starseeds, and many other beings that are very, very positive, benevolent entities. And with that being said, I help people for free. So if you're also experiencing something paranormal and you want answers, I can help you for free. You can go to my website at lastfrontiermedium.com and I can help you in paranormal advisory. It's really discomforting when I get a lot of people assuming that I'm a demon worshiper. I actually found that I have to make this noted on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel, because I always thought naively, I always assumed that people understood the differences. But I've come to find a lot of people don't, and it's really discomforting. It's disheartening. It's friggin' frustrating. I will admit, it's very frustrating. I actually get this very commonly where people will write to me and they'll say things like, I see that you're always focusing on demons, which I'm fascinated about, but I can't put a finger on you and really figure out, are you for demons or are you against them? The answer is, I am not in any way, shape, or form a demon worshiper, or do I condone the idea of working with demons or worshiping them or selling your soul of any any type of relation to that. I am extremely adamantly against it. Demonologists like Ed and Lorraine Warren were very adamant in discussing the severity of the spiritual warfare and the threat. Now, they were more primarily psychic, clairvoyant. Lorraine was. Ed was the demonologist primarily. Though they were still very religious in the Christian viewpoint, their information was still very spot on, 100%. And that was one thing that I really do appreciate about their work, that I still suspect today is something that will go for thousands of years from now on in history, because they were so paramount in the information that they collected. They were a part of Amityville Horror. They were a part of many other stories and situations, and I've met them in the spirit realm several times with my guides, and they're incredibly generous. They're incredibly kind. They've taught me many things, but I've been learning and understanding and teaching demonology before I even met them. Teaching and understanding and dissecting demonology is very, very important to me, because I want people to understand I'm the good guy. I'm not going to tell you that Satan's good, because he's not. I'm not going to tell you that Satan and Lucifer are misunderstood spirits, and I'm not going to tell you that it's okay to worship them, because that's BS. It's completely dangerous. It's completely malevolent. It's very, very evil and very, very conniving, and one of the worst lies that people are deceived about every single day, and it's frustrating. Aspect of demonolatry is very distinct in demon worship, and this is frustrating again, because I will see people on social media and they will be following me and they will say that they are demonologists, and I'll go, okay. I'll go to their page and no, they're demon worshippers. The problem here is a lot of people are twisting the narrative, and they're twisting primarily the proper definition of what demonologists are. And if you ever were to find yourself meeting somebody and they say, oh, I'm a demonologist, I study demons, okay, make sure you don't take that verbatim and really look at their personality, look at their intentions with those entities. What is their ultimate goal? That is something I always really want to highlight, because a lot of people will try, even as demons do, a lot of Satan worshippers, demon worshippers will actually try to bait you into this nonsense, this lie that demons are misunderstood spirits and that they're demonologists, and they're trying to educate the world to teach them that demons are misunderstood beings and that they're actually very kind, which they're not. Specifically, to pinpoint that demonolatry is a person who is identifying themselves as a demon worshipper. A demonolatrist is another form of to describe that intention, and a lot of demonologists are highly against it. Traditional, actual demonologists are not in favor nor support demon worship. It's just unheard of. I've never met a true demonologist to be in support of demon worship. So please understand that this video is to describe the distinct differences and to identify this properly, and more importantly for you, if you ever meet somebody who claims to be a demonologist but they're actually Satan worshippers and demon worshippers and Luciferian worshippers. That's not the same thing. I think also in some case, I'll be for real here, sometimes I think it's because they're trying to sound less scary, more intimidating in their practice. I think sometimes they're trying to put a label on it of sophistication in order to make it seem less malevolent, because when you worship demons, you have no good intentions. A lot of the times I have met so many people that worship demons, and it's because they intend to cast curses on people, they want to kill somebody, they want to give someone bad luck, they want to make someone very ill, they want to rob somebody of their money, they want to rob someone of their lover. Demons are very good at manipulating people's mindset into believing that the other person is their lover. Demons are very, very good at getting into the person's psyche, into the mind. So demons are the number one call that people always, especially people that are prone to the ego, to suggest the idea of going towards that route to get what they want in a selfish way as rapidly, as quickly as possible. People that are demon worshippers usually are very proud of it, and there's a part of me where I always like to say, do each to his own. If you feel that you are comfortable worshiping a demon, all I can say in that aspect is that's how you feel, but that's not the truth. I will never be fake to you on camera or in person and tell you, oh, that's cool. You'll never hear that from my mouth ever, because it's not cool. Despite the Christianity, demons have existed long before Christian religion and other religions were ever manifested into this world. Religion does not identify the entity. The entity identified the religion in many aspects of that identity, of that entity. Demons were able to manipulate their appearances in many religions, and so a lot of the times the same entity appears more than once in several religions, including Satan, including Lucifer, including even Archangel Michael has been known to pop up in certain scriptures in Islam. So it's not unusual, and it's because these entities, both benevolent and malevolent, have existed long before these entities were identified in these characteristics of the religion itself. All religions hold some truth, many different levels of truth, but they're not one truth. And this is very, very important that we recognize this. And this is one of the things that I feel is my job to educate people in the demonology world, in the angelology world, in the spirit world of these spirits. Now, as a person who is also a near-death experiencer, I've seen heaven, I've been to heaven, I've seen angels, and I still communicate with them all the time, every day. But the unfortunate reality is that a lot of people are more prone to witnessing demons than angels. A lot of people ask, why is this? And this is one of the reasons why people usually go towards demon worship. But the truth is, the reason why this is because demons are lower vibrational entities that are more dense in energy, that make it thus easier for people to actually see them and communicate and get the responses and reactions they want. This is not the case with angels. Angels require deep-rooted meditation for years, and sometimes, you know, you could meditate for a few days and you may actually start seeing angels. It depends on the individual, it depends on their intention, their energy frequency, and their love vibration, and you know how their aura is. There's a lot involved. Angels require us we need to be at a higher energy frequency, and this is so important because that's how we can communicate and see them in their purest original state. However, most people on this planet don't have the patience to raise their vibration. Thus, that's the reason why we see more demon worshippers arriving on this planet, why we see more Satanism going on, we see more cult in the negative black magic aspect. This is a concern. And so this is why enlightenment, why meditation is so critical at this point, so we can advance people's awareness to understand all you have to do is meditate, and you will start to see angels. You will start to see your loved ones, and it will awaken your third eye, and you will start to advance in many levels that you never thought possible, that you won't be able to really successfully do with demons, because demons want to block that third eye as much as possible. And the reason why, even demonolatry, people that are demonolatrists, they always like to say that they see the entity, that they see the spirit, but the problem is they're not seeing the actual spirit. A lot of the times they're seeing an illusion that the demon is giving them that usually looks human, and they are tricking that person and brainwashing them and grooming them to be their next soul slave. So this is a whole other aspect that goes very deep and very dark rapidly. So I don't want to get too far into that right now today, but that is the difference between demonolatry and demonology. There's a fine difference here, and it's ironic that I just did that with the left hand for demonolatry and the right hand for demonology. There's a reason, because demonolatry is the left hand path and demonology is the right hand path, because demonology is about studying demons to educate humanity, and that's originally what it was for exorcisms and to handle possessions and haunting situations. However, demonolatry is primarily the left-hand path to worship Satan, demons, devils, and many other levels of demonic spirits and familiar spirits in those realms of hell, and other spirits that are based on magic and even poltergeists, which are completely separate entities. I'm very honored in this moment to educate you, but more importantly, just always bewildered at how much the world doesn't know this significant difference. So just be sure to do your homework and learn more about this and understand demonologists are not demonolatrists. They're very different. So please don't ever assume that they're the same. I hope this answers some of your questions based on those dynamic differences, and I wish you guys all the best. If you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, or ideas, you know where to go. If you're interested in learning more about demonology, you can also get my books at Amazon.com or at my website at lastfrontiermedium.com. Last but not least, if you feel that you're having a haunting experience, please feel free to go to my website at lastfrontiermedium.com, where I will help you for free. All you have to do is fill out a form of paranormal advisory. But I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.